More or less.
More. You talked about last week, we had playoff Travis Kelce that came out and was making great plays. He's going to have to do more because more is going to be required. The opponent is ready for the challenge, and he's going to have to step up in Arrowhead if they're going to have an opportunity to win their third title in a row.
Graziano, how about his favorite receiver, Travis Kelce, receiving yards, 69.5. We go more or less.
I went with less. I'm changed my mind after listening to Bart. I just think like the Bills linebackers are kind of a strength of that defense, and they might want to try and direct Mahomes elsewhere, make somebody besides Travis Kelce beat him. Also, I think this is going to be a game of long possessions and probably a little bit low scoring, so I'm going less.
All right, and then finally, Mike T, the other side. Josh Allen, total yards, so rushing and passing, 282.5. We go more or less.
Way more. You go back to the first game, he had 317 combined yards, and I just don't see this game script being that much different, Greedy. I just think either if they take away the run, he'll beat him with his arm, or they'll keep running the ball the way they've been doing. So I think that first game with this statistic is very instructive, and it was significantly over.
Well, look, there were so many great storylines this weekend. One of them is, can Josh Allen finally get this done? Here was Dan Orlovsky on that yesterday.
Biggest moment of his career, biggest game of his career. You got to go get it done. You got to go knock off the Giant. Patrick's the Giant. No one cares about your stats in this game. You have to go into the belly of the beast and take him down. You got to go be Rocky and knock out Drago. Josh Allen, if you want to be remembered for something more than like, hey, you were a good player, you got to go knock off Patrick Mahomes.
So it feels that way. Does it feel that way to you, RC?
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious, right? Because it's the next step. And that's the cool part about our job. Like, our job is to make things feel so much bigger than they are. Josh Allen isn't talking about his legacy this week. Josh Allen is talking about this one game. And Josh Allen is going through the playoff losses and saying, okay, in this game I played extremely well, but we didn't win. In this game, it came down to 2 throws and a field goal, but we didn't win. How have I been winning this year? How did I beat Kansas City this season? And it's by, okay, let's be patient. Let's be smart. Let's make the right plays. Okay, now they need me to go above and beyond. And yes, this changes Josh Allen's legacy. And yes, we'll speak of Josh Allen differently because that's what winning is supposed to do. But Josh Allen also understands, and I believe he's focused this entire year on the fact that it's about winning. It's not about how it looks. It's not about the statistics. It's about who's the best team. Because I can promise you this. There are losses for Josh Allen to Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs where he walked off the field and he said, I'm better than that dude. He walked off the field and said, I was better than that dude today. But his team was victorious. And I believe that that's what the Buffalo Bills will be focused on and their star quarterback.
Danny, you've been covering them, I want to say 3-4 weeks in a row now. What sense are you getting from him and from them?
Just complete, calm confidence. It's been the same each of the last 3 weeks. They are sure they're good. They know what everybody's saying about them. They're using everything they can possibly get out there, right? They were sure nobody thought they'd beat the Ravens. They're making some of it up, but it helps. But I think they really feel like they are fully functional as a team. I mean, they're in the Stephon Diggs era there, right? Like, he had a lot of sort of gravity to him. And no one's saying anything bad about him in the building, but I do think they're very proud of the fact that they tied an NFL record for most different guys that caught touchdown passes in a season this year. And they're very proud of the fact that they have a run game that they believe, by the way, has evolved significantly since the Week 11 game where they played the Chiefs, and they felt like the Chiefs took the run game away and they had to throw to win it. So they have a great deal of confidence going into this game. And they're treating it, just like any other game. That's how they feel about themselves.
There's 2 ways to be victorious. You can either win the game or your opponent can lose it. 525 points this season, guys. Second in the NFL and 8 turnovers.
It's amazing.
They're playing amazingly efficient football. And Greeny, they don't have to do anything crazy this week. If they just do what they've done, they're going to win the game because they don't lose it. And candidly, I think Baltimore is a much better team this year, especially offensively, than Kansas City. I know the record says differently, but to me, as Dan said, if they just hold serve, I think Buffalo wins.
Imitation is the greatest form of flattery, right? And you talk about what lessons have been learned, from those matchups and those big moments, losing to Patrick Mahomes. And I think we're seeing the maturation and maturity of Josh Allen and learning how to win. It's about managing the game. We always talk about game managers. When you talk about playing in these tight situations, you have to understand the gravity of the moment. when to be aggressive, when not to be aggressive. Because like you said, it's about who loses it and who wins it sometimes. It's about don't beat yourself. If it's been any theme in this playoffs, it's been about teams and the turnovers, making big pivotal mistakes, which puts the pressure on. When you get into the playoffs, man, the games go so fast. You look up in this third quarter, and then you start to panic, that heartbeat. Who can keep that calm heartbeat and that heart rate and make the big plays when it's needed? Both of these guys are going to be trying to, I think, fill each other out like a great boxing match. Then somebody's going to have to put themselves at risk.
Very quickly, I mean, we sometimes say Josh Allen has to put on the cape. Does he have to be Superman this week?
No, absolutely not. And I think what he has to do is actually work to be the opposite. He can't look across the field and feel that he has to be better than Patrick Mahomes. He has to know he needs to be everything his team needs in whatever moment of the game.
We'll pick all these games as we go. And again, Joe Fortenbaugh is making his best bets all morning long, our betting expert, with all the numbers coming. Again, Bet Sportsbook. Give me something you like in this AFC Championship game.
How many times will Josh Allen have to throw the ball in this game? The prop is set at 31.5. I play the over. This is a low number for Allen because recent history says he hasn't had to throw much. He's gone under in 5 straight. Thing is, when you look at those games, they're playing with a lead. They don't have to play hurry up. They can run the ball late. Positive game script. What happens when they get off that positive game script? This year, Buffalo's gone on the road 4 times to face playoff teams. Detroit, Baltimore, the Rams, and Houston. Take a look at what's happened to the defense. They're giving up 36 points per game in those matchups. As a result, Allen and the offense have to do more. They have to throw more. And in those games, he's averaging 33 passing attempts per game. I think he has to throw in Kansas City. We're going over 31.5 passing attempts.
Fascinating numbers. We'll have them all morning long. We're just getting started on this football.
Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh YouTube của mình. Video ngày hôm nay của mình sẽ là video gì đây? Nhiều quá, không biết làm video gì. Đây, rất nhiều những sản phẩm mình đã chuẩn bị để tô màu để gửi tặng đến tất cả các bạn đây. Đấy, những sản phẩm chắc các bạn rất chi là quen thuộc. Những đồ dùng, con vật đây. Và đồ dùng đi theo mình là hộp xăm màu của mình đây. Đây là những cây màu đầy màu sắc này, rất chi là tuyệt vời nha. Các bạn, nếu các bạn thấy hay, hãy cho mình like và đăng ký kênh nha.
그냥 집 띄울 거 뭐니까?